Hello, fellow witches and wizards. This is Sissy from Sissy Reads, and you're watching my booktube channel. And today I want to film the Harry Potter Ultimate Booktube tag. So Harry Potter is my favorite book series of all time. I think J.K. Rowling is a genius to build this whole world where there's a school system and a political system and so much detail and stories that bring this place to life. And I have waited for my Hogwarts letter since I was 11 and I'm still waiting. The windows are open, owls. Just saying. So I need to look on my phone for this one, because I don't remember the questions exactly, and there are a lot of them. So buckle up and let's get started. So first question. The first section is labeled as general questions, and the first one is, which Harry Potter book is your favorite? I think I have to say Deathly Hallows because it tied up so many loose ends for me, and it was such a fast-paced read, and I just flew through the pages with that one, and I just loved the overall feel. Second question, which Harry Potter book is your least favorite? For me, that's The Order of the Phoenix, because it was so enormous. It was over 1,000 pages, if I remember correctly, and it just felt like it was so stretched out and so slow paced. It was a bit too long for me, even though I loved the overall story of that book. Question number 3. Which Harry Potter film is your favorite? That would be the first one, The Sorcerer's Stone. It was the first time we ever saw Hogwarts. Like, we know Hogwarts in our heart. If I close my eyes, I can imagine Hogwarts, and I see it inside of my brain. And this first time where Harry was on the boat and Hogwarts was lit in the night before him. I just loved that whole scene, and it still gives me chills. And I also loved every other part of that movie. Question number 4. Which Harry Potter film is your least favorite? I could have answered you this question the first time I saw that movie, even though the others weren't even out yet, and it's the second one. It's Chamber of Secrets. I don't know why. I hated that one. I hated the feel of it. I didn't enjoy it as a kid at all. I'm still, and I still have my problems with that film. I don't really know where that stems from, but I don't enjoy it at all. Question number 5. Which Harry Potter quote is your favorite? And for this one, I have to choose a quote from the 4th movie, The Goblet of Fire. I'm trying to read as Minerva. The House of Godric Gryffindor has commanded the respect of the wizard world for nearly 10 centuries. I will not have you, in the course of a single evening, besmirching that name by behaving like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons. I love that scene. That was a very, very bad Minerva McGonagall / Maggie Smith impersonation, and I apologize dearly to Dame Maggie Smith. Please forgive me. Next section is characters, and the first question is, which Weasley is your favorite? Now's the time. I need to go run out of this room, hide behind a big thing, and never show up on BookTube again, because I don't enjoy the Weasleys. I said it. I don't know why. I see the appeal of them, but I don't feel it. If I had to choose a favorite Weasley, it probably would have to be Bill Weasley, because I love the whole idea of a curse breaker, and I love his whole story with Fleur. I really enjoyed that part. Question number 2. Which female character is your favorite? It's Hermione Granger. Basic bitch, you remember? I think it's Hermione because I feel very connected with her in a way, with her love of books and her thrive. And also, she's the most ruthless of them all, really, when it comes to rule breaking and such. I mean, Ron and Harry are just sometimes like fooling around, but I mean, she brew Polyjuice potion in her second year in a bathroom, and she stole from Snape. Enough said. Question number 3. Which villain is your favorite? I need to say Voldemort, because Voldemort is the archetype of a good villain, in my opinion. He's there from the beginning, like a shadow overhanging the whole story all the time. You're always aware of him. He just gives you a feel of this darkness every time he's even mentioned. I mean, they fear to say his name out loud. How cool is that? I mean, on a villainy level. Question number 4. Which male character is your favorite? Severus Snape. Hands down, Severus Snape. There's absolutely no arguing about this one. I love him. I love his development. I love that you are never really sure on which side he is. You're kind of in between all the time. I was never like he's completely evil, but I was never really convinced he's good either. I was always in the middle and I was looking for clues this whole time, and I think his story had the most complete circle of them all. Question number 5. Favorite Hogwarts professor? Minerva McGonagall. She's a boss ass witch, really. She's that ant scene in the Deathly Hallows where she gives lives to these statues and they come down and try to protect Hogwarts, and she's just like, that's something I always wanted to try. So great. Amazing. Next section is Would You Rather? And the first question in this category is wash Snape's hair or spend a day listening to Lockhart rant about himself? I would wash Snape's hair every time of the week. No arguing. And I would rather shoot myself in the ear than listen to Lockhart rant about himself. I can't stand that man. I never could. Question number 2. Duel against an elated Bellatrix or an angry Molly? I would rather duel against Bellatrix because that would be so cool and awesome, and also I want to kick her ass. Question number 3. Travel to Hogwarts via Hogwarts Express or flying car? Are you kidding me? I'm afraid in the normal cars driving on the Autobahn. So no, definitely no flying car. I will just ride in a train in the Hogwarts Express and I will take some snacks and I'll be fine. Thanks. Question number 4. Kiss Voldemort or give Umbridge a bubble bath? Are you kidding me? I will never see that woman without clothes. I don't even want to see her in clothes, in her frilly pink cardigans and tweed jackets, and I can't with her. So I will kiss Voldemort, I think. Question number 5. Ride a hippogriff or ride a firebolt? I will ride a hippogriff because I think I will feel much safer when it feels like you're sitting on a horse with wings basically, and not on this small stick where you can I just feel like if you lose balance you'll just do 180. No, won't do that. Next section is book to movie adaptation. And the first question is there a character which you felt differently about in the movies versus the books? Draco Malfoy for this one, because I just couldn't take him serious in the movies. I just think that he always looked like a scared ferret. He just always looked like he needed a good beating, and I always thought that in the books he came across much more evil and vicious. I mean, you know what I mean? Question number 2. Is there a movie you preferred instead of the book? No. Question number 3. Richard Harris or Michael Gambon as Dumbledore? Richard Harris, all the way. I loved that man. I loved how he kept the balance between a grandfatherly figure who handed out lemon drops to every person he ever met and this fierce headmaster with a kind of like ancient power you just feel without showing it too much and too obviously. And I would have loved to see him in the later movies where Dumbledore actually has more action. Question number 4. Your top thing, person or event, which was not included in the movies that annoyed you the most? The whole Marauder backstory on why they became an animagus, how they became that, just the overall backstory. I hate how that wasn't shown in the movies at all. Question number 5. If you could remake any of the Harry Potter films, which would it be? I think I would redo the second one because it's my least favorite, and I hate that it's my least favorite because I loved the book, but I couldn't connect to the movie at all, so I would redo that. Next section is Hogwarts, and the first question is, which Hogwarts house was your first gut feeling you'd be a part of? I always thought I was a Ravenclaw, because I love learning, I love knowledge, and I think knowledge is power. I always liked this house that wasn't much talked about, but gave me this feeling of high intellect, and I always thought I'd be Ravenclaw. Second question. Which Hogwarts house were you actually sorted into on Pottermore? I'm a Slytherin, through and through. I can't deny it. After reading about that, reading about that topic and getting more in depth with the whole idea of Slytherin, I am a Slytherin. I am loyal to the ones I love. I can be cunning. I'm very ambitious. I'm a Slytherin. Question number 3. Which class would be your favorite? I think it would be Charms or Transfiguration. I don't know, I think they feel kind of similar in the way that magic is used, and I would just love to learn some useful spells and transfigure things into other things. I find that amazing. Question number 4. Which spell would you think would be most useful to learn? I mean, it's not really a spell, but I would love to learn how to apparate. I mean, that's the most useful thing ever, isn't it? Question number 5. Which character at Hogwarts would you instantly become best friends with? I think it would be someone like Daphne Greengrass, or, some side character who isn't mentioned much and is more on the quiet side and is also in Slytherin, because I wouldn't get along with Gryffindors. Duh. And the last section is called Miscellaneous. And the first question is, if you could own one of the 3 Hallows, which one would it be? I'm kind of torn about that, but I think my Slytherin side would win, and it would have to be the elder one, really. Question number 2. Is there any aspect of the books you'd want to change? No, they're perfect. Nothing. Question number 3. Favorite Marauder? Sirius, because I think he's hot. Question number 4. If you could bring one character back to life, which would it be? Snape. After I said this is my favorite character, I think none of you will be surprised. Next question. Hallows or Horcruxes? Hallows. I don't deal with splitting souls. No. No. Question number 6. Which parts of the books, films made you cry? Dumbledore's death. Hands down. I cried over that book. I still have tear stains on that book, on that page. But, I mean, the movie also made me cry. Question number 7. What would your Patronus be? And I know what my Patronus would be because Pottermore told me, and Pottermore always says the truth. And it's an eagle. Question number 8. If you could meet any member of the cast, who would it be? I would be honored to meet Maggie Smith. I mean, I would die in reverence, but yeah. Question number 9. Have you played any of the video games? Almost all of them. From Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I played every one of them, and I loved all of them in their own unique way. Not the Deathly Hallows, because that was an ego shooter for kids. I'm not kidding you. They ruined this whole experience, this whole video game line. I won't talk about it anymore. Question number 10. If you were on the Quidditch team, which position would you play? Fan? I wouldn't play Quidditch. I'm too afraid of flying on broomsticks. Question number 11. Were you happy with the ending? No, I hated the ending. I couldn't deal with that. I really couldn't. I hated that one. Question number 12. How much does Harry Potter mean to you? Everything. I think about it constantly. I think in Harry Potter terms. When I meet people, I sort them into Hogwarts houses. And if that's not saying enough, I don't know what is. Question number 13. Do you think you could ride on a broom? No, I answered that already. Question 14. What would you do if you had the Marauders map? I would find any hidden secrets of Hogwarts and explore that parts, because I love old castles and I love secrets of it, like secret passageways and such. Question 15. What spell would you make up and what would it do? A razor spell? Yeah. So that's it, guys. This completes the ultimate Harry Potter tag. It was quite a long one. If you're still with me, thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.